What's going on, y'all? It's Rev, you know what I'm saying? This is by request by my boy Rugged out there in Orlando. You know what I'm saying? He was asking me, he was like, yo, you should do those response to battles and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? And, get it on. So, I'm here with the response to the Philly Swain versus Hollow the Din out there in New York. This is the first one I think that I've done that's outside of my region. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just going to give my little critique of what's going on. A couple of things before I get on to that battle or whatever. To Disaster, you know what I'm saying? Earlier on we were in the chat rooms and everything like that, and he said that he saw this girl with this fat ass or whatever. So I'm like, this is the Blackberry Curve. You know what I'm saying? Camera in the back. You need to have this strapped to your side at all times just in case you see them little corporate girls going through. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you gotta do, man. Don't let that pass you by again, because them booties is timeless. As y'all know, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what it is. We got a lot of thugs and gangsters out there and stuff like that, but you know what I'm saying, I'm not one of them. Rev is casual, you know what I'm saying, where cats is drinking, you know what I'm saying, Incredible Hulks and all types of nasty ass drinks and shit, you know what I'm saying, Rev drunk, you know what I'm saying, I'm wine. I'm 34, nigga. I'm a grown ass man. I'm a grown ass man. I ain't got time to be trying to act young and all this other shit with these little things and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I got, you know what I'm saying, I got my wine going on, and we're gonna talk about this thing, you know what I'm saying? So let me take the hat off, show the head, cone head in effect, you know what I'm saying, for all the cats out there. Let's get it popping. Alright. Well, you know what I'm saying, as far as my view about, you know what I'm saying, Hollow the Din and Philly Swain, you know, first of all, let me just say that New York didn't have to prove anything to anybody. I think there's just been this whole thing where, you know, everybody just has a voice in the internet, and they're like, you know, New York's division isn't holding it the way it needs to be holding it. And I'm like, you know, personally, every division has its growing pains. You know what I'm saying? I mean, every division has its, you know what I'm saying, moment where it's like, you know what I'm saying, it's trying to come up. You know, Florida, when we first came through, things didn't get hot until, you know, Johnny Storm went against Mosh. That was one of the hottest battles that we had. Then, you know what I'm saying, I mean, it was actually West Coast came through, and you had Madness versus Thesaurus that was off the chain. It was ridiculous. And, you know what I'm saying, New York was the same way, you know what I'm saying, it was just, you know, they were trying to, you know, build up, and now they finally got, you know what I'm saying, Hollow the Don, and they got Philly Swain. Now, this battle was crazy because, you know what I'm saying, it was just lines for days, you know. When I check the chat boards and everything like that, everybody keeps repeating the same lines. You know what I'm saying, the Congo line, you know what I'm saying, Congo, beat the, you know what I'm saying, make the beat on your chest, you know what I'm saying. I mean, what made that line pretty nice with, you know what I'm saying, for Hollow was the fact that, you know what I'm saying, the way he said it, it was almost like they were friends. He was like, hey, yo, man, make that beat on your chest, you know what I'm saying. And then also you had the Call of Duty line set up perfectly, flawlessly. Me personally, for all the Jamaicans out there, I think the dopest shit that Hollow did in the first round was when he stoops. Jamaican cats and Trini cats, you know, you from Trinidad and Tobago, you from the West Indies and stuff, you know what stoops mean. That means when you suck your teeth, you know what I'm saying? Well, Hollow did that shit, that meant that, you know what I'm saying, you know, for cats that don't know what stoopsing is, stoops is like saying shit. It's like saying shit, come on. That's when you really upset. You know what I'm saying? Stoops is like it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a cat saying please. He's just not believing who's in front of him right now. And that's what Hollow did, you know what I'm saying? And then when he did the whole Apple Jacks and Snapple Cap and all this stuff like that, you know, he ain't even half a snack. It was over. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think one thing about Philly Swain, when he came in the first verse, and he was going at, you know what I'm saying, Hollow's man, that was kind of hot too, you know what I'm saying, how he was doing, you know what I'm saying, this man was singing like the motherfucking opera. Now, if you think about it, that line is like kind of basic, but I could imagine the cats being there. That line is hot, you know what I'm saying. The T-Pain had it, the movies was dope. Then they got into the second round and stuff, and my boy Philly Swain doing the It's Dad shit, you know what I'm saying. He's like, you remember when I bought you Nintendo with the pads? I was like, what the fuck, yo? That nigga got the shit. God damn, that nigga did a lot. So he was doing this shit, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, you know, Hollow came back on him and shit, was knocking it out. I don't really remember what he said in the second verse. I know he said something hot. I can't remember. Oh, the Plexico shit. That nigga said grab your gun and go somewhere and shoot yourself, Plexico. And then the fucking Bengals and Eagles line. He said tied up like the Bengals and Eagles. I was like, no. And then he came and had another rendition. The battle was just crazy. The OT, honestly, I'm not going to say it here, you know what I'm saying, my views on it personally was, you know what I'm saying, I feel that Philly Swain, the structure was hot. I think the reason why Hollow got it was because he used that hit your head against the wall till it's chipping the paint. I mean, to me, that was the only thing I got from that. Well, one thing I liked about, you know what I'm saying, Philly Swain's was, you know what I'm saying, that whole style was just hot throughout the whole verse and everything like that. But, you know, a lot of people question the fact that, you know, after the judges did their thing, you know what I'm saying, Philly Swain, you know, he walked off and stuff like that, you know, he's pissed. Some people saying he's not in grind time anymore, he's just not having it. Me personally, you know, losses like that are hard to take. You know what I mean? Especially when it's a main event. You know, you're traveling all the way from Philly. You don't want to travel all the way to New York to catch an L like that to go back. You know what I mean? So, you know, my personal opinion on that is I think Philly Swain is going to probably take some time off. You know, he may say he quits now, but I think, you know what I'm saying, he's a real battle rapper to me, you know what I mean? And a lot of cats want to see more Philly Swain. I personally want to see more Philly Swain. I actually would like, you know what I'm saying, to see Philly Swain against a lot of these new cats that's coming up and stuff like that. So I personally think Philly Swain's going to come back, he's going to do his thing, and it's going to be murder, you know what I'm saying? So, but props to Hollow the Don for winning that shit. That shit was classic. You know, there's a lot of cats that want a piece. I know, you know what I'm saying, I mean, I won't name names or whatever, you know, that's for them to say or whatever. That's not for me to dish out. But, you know, there's a lot of cats that want a piece of Hollow the Don, man. So, you know, just keep doing your thing and, you know what I'm saying, make it work. So, want to shout out, you know, my boy Rugged. Want to shout out all the cats that's going out to the Bay. You know what I mean? I got a new blog out on my MySpace, www.myspace.com/RevWho, I believe. You know what I'm saying? It's called the 2009 Grind Time State of the Union Address. Basically addresses all that choke shit, all the I'm shook shit, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, you know what I mean? I mean, whatever, you know, people can think what they want to think. Things are going to happen if they're going to happen, you know what I mean? I know I'm going down there, you know what I'm saying, and that's how it's happening. You know what I'm saying? I hope Florida can pull out a lot of wins. We'll see if, you know what I'm saying, we'll see if that, you know what I'm saying, comes to fruition. And we roll like that. Once again, for all the cats that are not thugs, for all the cats that don't be playing like they're gangsters, don't have guns, you know, all this dumb shit or whatever the case may be, not dissing gangsters, because niggas get mad ignorant and think I'm dissing gangsters. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fuck, everything's gotta come with a fucking disclaimer. For all niggas that's just living their life, cheers to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that's keeping it real, cheers to y'all too, so y'all don't feel excluded. So I don't get a phone call saying, oh, you know what I'm saying, you dissing a certain part of the country, and all types of shit. And I gotta be like, man, stop being so sensitive. So, there we go. Peace to everybody in the world. Barack Obama in 7 days. We out.